In my family, every New Year's, it would be an occasion to come together for all the relatives, aunts and uncles and their kids. And the focal point was the food, all the Japanese food, sushi, sashimi, all the rice balls. And on the walls, he posts a picture that the family takes, this family gathering every year, a photograph, everybody who's attended. And they're all on the walls, and there's like 50 of them. But it's really a great history of my mom's family and through the generations, and brought together by food.
The night before Thanksgiving, my mom had thawed the turkey, and my dad would fly the uncooked turkey around the house. It was like a ritual. So we were little and we would have to go to bed. We'd have to be in bed before Dad would fly the turkey. And we had these loft beds. And he was pretty tall. So he would like bring the raw turkey and make airplane sounds. And we would be in our loft beds and it would be like eye level. He would fly the turkey past like, and we would really freak out loving it because it was funny.
The earliest food memory I have is when I was in Head Start, and it was snack time, and what they were serving. And you know, my parents moved over here when I was 2, so I had gone to Head Start to learn English before I could, so I could get ready to go to school in the public school system. And for snack time, they were serving celery and peanut butter, and it seemed like the grossest thing in the world to me. Like I just didn't want anything to do with it. And, sweetheart of a teacher that I had, she, set some aside for later for, of course, inevitably when I got hungry enough and broken down and tried it. And I did, I remember loving it. I thought it was the greatest thing. But that was a very early lesson to me to at least, be open to trying new things, even if they didn't seem to be like something that I would like.
My mom would make grilled cheese sandwiches, and sometimes, which explains my love for grilled cheese sandwiches now, but sometimes she would leave them in there too long. So there were times when the grilled cheese was it was burnt basically. And she would scrape the grilled cheese and cut it and scrape the burn off of it, and we would eat it, and it was delicious. It was fine,
I just wanted Hamburger Helper instead of like rice and kimchi and kim, the dried seaweed. I was like, can't we just have Hamburger Helper? Like the days we did, it was like, ah. And then my dad never cooked. He basically just made, like in Aubergine, he made ramen. And when it was like his time to take care of the kids, like my mom was out doing something, we knew it was ramen for dinner. And then if he felt like getting fancy with things, he would drop an egg into it and just kind of like swish it around. So it's it became like the consistency of the egg in an egg drop soup, like that kind of like slimy egg. But that was fancy dish. That was fancy ramen. Yeah.
My mother would make these dumplings. We call them mandu. And usually it has like pork or beef in it, but she just made these vegetarian ones because we were vegetarian when we were growing up. And I remember my mom sitting in the kitchen and she would make this huge bowl of the sort of mixture that goes in it. And she would spend an entire afternoon just like making these dumplings by hand. They would always be at every special occasion, every birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I would eat them in the hundreds.